Good morning, swans and falcons. I hope you can see the presentation behind me. Unfortunately, I'm in falcon class early in the morning and the morning sun is streaming through and it is shining on the board, but I do hope you can see the activities I've got here. So we're looking today at can I convert imperial measures? So let's say starting activity. At the beginning of the week, I asked you to think about all the different units of measure you knew, and I'm sure some of you put down some that were imperial measures. So here I've got a list of different imperial units and metric units. They're all mixed up. Can you pause the video and sort which ones you think would go under each category? Restart the video when you think you've got your answer. And hopefully this is what you came up with. That imperial units are things like pounds and inches and ounces, pints. We often talk about our height in feet and inches. People will often talk about buying a pint of milk, and our metric units are our ones like kilometre and centimetre, grams and metres and tonnes. If we're buying our milk, we actually buy it from the supermarket in litres, even though we often talk about having a pint of milk. So let's start with our imperial units. So our imperial units for height are in feet and inches. I would say that I am 5'8" tall. So here we've got 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So if we know how many inches are in 1 foot, how many would be in 2 feet? Absolutely. Clearly, you just double it. So given that information, can you work out what 5 feet would be and 9 feet would be? Pause the video, write down your answers and then turn back on. So here we would see that if we've got 5 feet and we know that 1 foot is 12, it's 5 times 12. So we just do 5 times 12. So 5 12s are 60. And again, we would just 9 feet is the same as 1 foot is 12 inches. So we do 9 times 12. And 9 12s I know are 108. Hopefully you got the same answers. We can also go back the other way. So we divide the length in inches by 12 to find how many feet we've got. So if we have 144 inches, 144 divided by 12 would give us 12. Can you have a go at the other two and then turn back on? So yes, 72 divided by 12 gives us 6, because 6 12s are 72, and 8 12s make 96, so 96 divided by 12 will give us 8. Knowing your 12 times table really helps with this conversion. But we can also convert between imperial and metric measures, something we regularly have to do these days. So have a look at this conversion. 1 inch is, remember this sign means approximately 2.5, 2.5 centimetres. So to go from inches to centimetres, I'm going to multiply by 2.5, and to go back the other way so I can express my centimetres now as inches, I'm going to divide by 2.5. So using the information there, that conversion, could you have a go at these and see what these might be in either centimetres or inches? Have a go and turn back on when you're done. So if we've got 4 inches and we know that it's 4, we're going this way from inches, so 4 there, multiplying by 2.5, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 lots of a half is 1, and again, so that would mean that would be 10 centimetres. So 7 inches as centimetres, 7 times 2, so if I think about 7 times 2 is 14, 7 lots of a half is 3.5, so that's be 17.5 centimetres. And then inches going back the other way, so how many inches in 7.5? So 7.5 divided by 2.5 gives me 3. And then if I know 7.5 gives me 3, I can actually, that 15 is twice as much, isn't it? So I can know that that's going to be 6. Well done if you got those. The same thing with gallons and pints. So we've got gallons of, is a larger measure of capacity in our imperial system. So there's 8 pints to every gallon. So you can quickly sort these out just using your knowledge of your 8 times table. Okay, off you go, have a go, and then we'll see if you've got the right answers. And hopefully you got those. Well, the sun streaming through makes it really hard to see. So we've got 3 gallons, so 3 lots of 8 is 24, 8 lots of 8 will be 64, and 15 lots of 8. You might go, I don't know my 15 times table. Okay, you might not, but you do know your 10s and your 5s. So 10 times 8 is 80, half that gives you 5 times, add them together is 120. So have a look at my conversions here. There's some already done for you. Can you complete those empty boxes? Can you think about what might go in there? Pause the video, have a go for yourself, and then we'll go through the answers. And we'll talk about how I would work it out. It might give you an idea about a quick way of doing it. If I know 12, 24, 36 clearly, that's 12 times table because it's inches. 12 inches make 1 foot. And I can see that knowing my 12 times table, that's 12 times 3. So that's definitely 3. And an easy one to work out would be 5 times 12. I know my 5 times 12, my 5 times 10 will really work 60. Do I need to calculate, then double that? Or 10 times 12 will give me 120. So I can just double it, because that's double. That's times 2. So I can do the same here. And this one here now, I'm having a look here, I'm thinking 144. Well, I actually know my 12 times table, but also I can see the difference between those two is another 2 lots of 12. So this must be 12 here. Now this one here, 16, I might think, oh, I'm not really sure about my 16 times table. So my 16 times table, I might not know, but I do know my 10 times is 120. And I do know, I don't know my 6, but I've got 3 here. So 3 is 36, so I've got 2 lots of that. So I can add those together, and that will give you my 16. So 2 sixes, 12, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, adding on that 1, and then I've got 1, so 192. So 192. And then coming across here to my pounds to ounces. So when we're doing our baking, if we're using an old imperial recipe for baking, we'll talk about pounds and ounces of food. So here again, if I know my times tables, I can think, well, 80, 1 pound is 16 ounces. So if I'm going up here, 16, 48, 80. So I'm thinking, well, 80 must be 5 times. Got 9 times 16, so 16 times 9. 9 sixes are 54. 9 ones are 9. Add on that's 14, so 144. Now, if we know 9 times and we know 5 times, 9 plus 5 is 14, so we can add these two together. So we have 80 plus 144 added together, which is 224. And then we've got this one. Now, if I look here, can you see that I can see that's actually like 32 and I've got 8. Can you see that they are similar? So that's 4 times that one. So 4 times that, so that will be 20. I hope you got those. Okay, a little bit of problem solving here. As I said earlier, I'm 5 feet 8 inches tall, and so is my little man here. So how tall is Mr. Jones in inches if he's 5 feet 8 inches tall? So have a think and then turn back on. So we know that 5 feet would be 5 times 12, so that's 60. So we know that 5 feet is 5 times 12, so 5 times 12 is 60. So that's the 5 feet bit we've done, and then plus the 8 inches. So we know that in inches we're talking about 68 inches. Okay, but now I'm also 5 foot 8, but I need to know my height in centimetres, in the metric measure. So I've got to convert between the imperial and the metric. So if I am 5 feet 8 inches tall, and I use the conversion, 1 inch is 2.5 centimetres, what would my height be in centimetres? Have a go at calculating it, turn back on, and see if we come to the same answer. So if I know that it's 68 inches, and I've got to convert it to centimetres. So have a think about how you might tackle this. So when I'm working this out, I actually can use a bit of a bar model or build up blocks, because if I think about it, I know that it's 2.5 times. 2.5 times the number. So 1 time the number will be 68. Another times that number, again, another 68. And the extra half of 68, half of 30, 60 is 30, and half of 8 is 4, so that's 34. And then I can add them together. So 68 plus 68 plus 34. So 2, 8, 16, plus 4 is 18, 6 plus 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 168. So in centimetres, it's 168 centimetres. Can you see, what have I done wrong here? Yeah, I've said it equals 168, and actually to be accurate, I should have said it's approximately equal to, because actually it's not a true conversion, is it? It's not absolutely correct. Have a go at the worksheet. Have a go at the worksheet, see how you get on. Okay, have a go at the worksheet, see how you get on, and let us know on the blog if you've got any issues with this. There's also conversions like this on Mathletics, so you could have a go at those as well. Have a good weekend, and I'll speak to you again next week.